Independent films are about to take off. Really, there's a lot of independent films now challenging what Hollywood used to be.
I think what Hollywood does, it's fine. I mean, the movies they do seem to be constantly bashing the right, of course, and we have turned the bad guy into the hero. We're trying to make him the great guy. Every time you see a sitcom, the dad is sort of fat and a loser and a dope, and the kids make fun of him, and the wife's got the hot babe wife, you know, that knows all the answers. I'm trying to do movies that have a positive, a moral value to them, that make you laugh, make you cry, make you think. Movies that have hope. We need hope more than anything. Movies that got redemption. Movies that got love. So that's the kind of movies that I want to do, and I'm going to keep doing those kind of movies to fight what I got to say, the crap that's coming out of Hollywood. That's all negative.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. Independent films are about to take off. Really, there's a lot of independent films now challenging what Hollywood used to be. And one of the main people behind this is Kevin Sorbo. You might remember from the series Hercules, top show in the United States. He's now making films, he's directing films, he's acting in films. And Kevin, it's a real pleasure having you on Crossroads.
Good to be here. Good to see you again.
Yeah. So you're doing several films right now. I don't know how you're doing 3 at once, but you're doing it.
Well, we shot these things before the COVID thing hit. So we didn't want to put them in theaters last year because there was nothing open last year. So one's in theaters now. It's called The Girl Who Believes in Miracles. Wonderful little family movie I shot with Peter Coyote and Mira Sorvino. I've got a great movie opening at the perfect time, the 4th of July. It's called One Nation Under God. It's a high school drama about putting that phrase back into our Pledge of Allegiance. And there's a movie I directed up in Canada. It's a true story. It's called Miracle in East Texas. And I got... I'm in it, Lou Gossett Jr. is in it, John Ratzenberger's in it, Tyler Maine's in it. Great movie, true story, about 2 con men, played by myself and Ratzenberger, that would woo widows out of their money on fake oil wells. Now this is in 1930, right in the heart of the Depression. They would sell 500% of the shares, and then they would declare a dire hole and move to the next town. Well, in Kilgore, Texas, by accident, they strike oil. Largest oil find in the history of the world. It's won 10 wonderful awards in film festivals, everything from best family movie to judges' favorite, audience favorite. So we're hoping to get it in theaters this September.
It's an interesting story. So it's con men who accidentally make their con into something legitimate. Is that it?
It's huge. Of course, they get arrested because they sold 500% of the shares. And then all the other places that they ripped off, through Oklahoma, Texas, word got around and they all come after these guys. So it's a very wonderful, funny movie. John Ratzenberger is great in this movie, and I'm in the Reagan movie. I got 1 week left in the Reagan movie.
You're in the Reagan movie.
I played the pastor to a younger Ronald Reagan.
Oh, interesting.
Played by David Henry, who was a big Disney star back in the day, now doing movies in his own right. And I got a week left of filming in Oklahoma on that one, and then I'm directing the next Left Behind movie.
I've never seen those.
We start filming in August and September up in Canada again.
So the other film you're doing, One Nation Under God.
Yep.
Of course, you did God's Not Dead. You did a few films like this. Again, along those lines, is this along the same vein, or what's that one about?
Well, One Nation Under God is really, it's more political than it's faith-based. It really deals with the fight to get that back into our schools and a Pledge of Allegiance. I play a teacher that after school's done, I have a debate class. And so I kind of trick the students into doing it. And the principal's totally against it, of course, and I say, no, this is a good thing. You'll see, your side will win. But eventually, putting One Nation Under God in the movie wins, and we need to put that back in our Pledge of Allegiance. We really do.
Kevin, you have one interesting thing about a lot of the films you do, which is you do approach it from a moral perspective. And this is kind of one of the elements that films have kind of really lost these days.
No question.
And I think because they've lost that moral element, you've also lost the contrast of characters. You have very shallow characters, in my opinion.
Sure.
You have the anti-hero good guy who's not really good, not really bad, and you have the misunderstood bad guy who's also not really good, not really bad. They're very, the breadth, the depth of them is actually very thin, in my opinion, when you have this. But I'm curious, what are your perspectives on kind of showing this?
I think what Hollywood does, it's fine. I mean, the movies they do seem to be constantly bashing the right, of course, we have turned the bad guy into the hero. We're trying to make him the great guy. Every time you see a sitcom, the dad is sort of fat and a loser and a dope, and the kids make fun of them, and the wife's got the hot babe wife, you know, that knows all the answers. And this is what we're doing to kids right now. Walt Disney said back in the 50s that movies and television will influence the youth. Well, see the way it's playing out on our streets today. You look what's going on with Antifa, BLM, the destruction, the hate, the anger, the violence. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. I'm blown away by these mayors, these wimpy mayors in these cities like Portland and what Minneapolis, my home city, are letting these people do the destruction they're doing and wrecking people's businesses, attacking them, hurting them, killing them. I mean, it's crazy what's going on in our country right now. I'm trying to do movies that have a positive, a moral value to them, that make you laugh, make you cry, make you think. Movies that have hope. We need hope more than anything. Movies that got redemption. Movies that got love. So that's the kind of movies that I want to do, and I'm going to keep doing those kind of movies to fight what I got to say, the crap that's coming out of Hollywood. That's all negative.
You know, you've done something interesting too. You've broken away from Hollywood.
They broke away from me, but I was forced to.
Are you on Twitter again, or they kick you off again?
Facebook took me down.
Yeah.
I would love my followers back, Zuckerberg, you little wuss. And because I posted the truth. I would post, look what these thousands of doctors are saying about mask wearing. And now they're even saying on the left side, they're going,
it's coming out.
Yeah,
now.
maybe it is kind of useless.
Yeah.
And then I would post a lot of stuff about these scientists saying about climate change, which I call weather, by the way. It's not that I'm against masks. I am. I'm just pro-face. Okay, I want to see faces out there. And Facebook took me down. Twitter, I'm still there. They took away many, many hundreds of thousands of people, but it's slowly building back up because I'm only doing like 2-sentence sarcastic things right now. Mostly doing comedy, but pointing out the flaws of the left at the same time.
Well, folks, 2 months on now, and we are still totally demonetized by YouTube. But given the situation where we have to censor ourselves if we want to really stay on this platform and make it work, we've decided on something else, which is this. We've launched a new platform called Epoch TV, epochtv.com. And through this, we're able to publish uncensored content. News that can criticize anything we'd like, news that can talk about anything we'd like, news that can give you real information from any part of the world about any topic without having to worry whether individuals will censor it. And in this current environment where information is being controlled, where narratives are being controlled, and where anyone who steps outside the boundaries of what is the accepted narrative by the fact checkers, quote unquote, by different big tech organizations, by media organizations, and so on. This is something that we believe is needed for the modern political environment, where people should be able to call things out. People should be able to question things. This is the basis of the Fourth Estate in America. The belief, again, that media should be able to hold government power in check, and that media should be able to inform the public about the issues they should be informed about, because that is the basis of our election system. An informed public making informed decisions. If you control this system of information, you control the political system. And folks, being a media organization, we can't stand for that. And so again, we have created an uncensored platform, Epoch TV. And anyone who wants to support Crossroads or support our broader mission of bringing real news, uncensored news, that's not afraid to stand up for what matters, please check out our website, epochtv.com, epochtv.com. Check out the link below. And folks, please support us there.